Hi students, have a nice day. Today we are going to learn about the lesson motion. Before we enter into the topic, we must learn what is meant by motion. Motion is the change in the position of an object with respect to its surrounding. Everything in the universe is in motion. Even though an object seems to be not moving, actually it is moving because Earth is moving around the Sun. For example, you may see objects moving in your surrounding. Cars along the road, trains along the track are all moving. This movement is one type of motion. Next, let us see about the types of motion. There are four types of motion. First one, linear motion. Next, circular motion. And another one, oscillatory motion. And last one, random motion. What is meant by linear motion? Motion along a straight line is called linear motion. Motion along a circular path is called circular motion. Repetitive to and fro motion of an object at regular interval of time, that is called oscillatory motion. And next one, motion of the object which does not fall in any of the above categories, that is called random motion. Next, let us see about uniform and non-uniform motion. What is meant by uniform motion? An object is said to be in uniform motion if it covers equal distance in equal interval of time, that is called uniform motion. For example, consider a car which covers 60 km in the first hour and 60 km in second hour and another 60 km in third hour and so on. The car covers equal distance at equal interval of time. So, we can say that the motion of the car is uniform. Now, we can learn about non-uniform motion. An object is said to be in non-uniform motion if it covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. That is called non-uniform motion. For example, now consider a bus starting from one stop. It goes slowly when it passes through crowded area of the road. Suppose it manages to travel merely 100 meters in 5 minutes due to heavy traffic and is able to travel about 2 kilometers in 5 minutes when the road is clear. Hence, the motion of the bus is non-uniform motion. That is, it travels unequal distance in equal interval of time. Next topic is distance and displacement. Already we know that the definition of distance. The actual length of the path traveled by a moving body irrespective of the direction is called distance. That means that refers to how much ground of an object has covered during its motion. So that is called distance. Its SI unit is meter. It is a scalar quantity. Our next topic is displacement. It is defined as the change in position of a moving body in a particular direction. This is called displacement. That means that refers to how far out of place an object is. It is the object's overall change in position. Its SI unit is meter. It is a vector quantity. Next, let us learn about the definition of speed. Speed is the rate of change of distance or the distance traveled in unit time. That means while speed refers to the distance traveled by an object during a specific amount of time. Its SI unit is meter per second. Its formula speed is equal to distance traveled divided by time taken. So S is equal to D divided by T. Next topic is velocity. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. It is the displacement in unit time. It is a vector quantity. The SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Its formula velocity is equal to displacement divided by time taken. Next one, acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, or it is the change of velocity in unit time. It is a vector quantity. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. Already we know that change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So A is equal to V minus U divided by T. Next, we are going to learn about equation of motion. This topic is very important. So please listen carefully. Newton studied the motion of an object and gave a set of three equations. These equations relate displacement, velocity, acceleration and time of an object under motion. See this graph. Three equations can be derived from this graph. First equation, V is equal to U plus AT. The second equation of motion, S is equal to ut plus of AT square. And third equation of motion is V squared is equal to U squared plus 2AS. First equation of motion. Already we know that acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. From graph represents OC minus OD divided by OE. From the graph, V is equal to U plus AT. This is first equation of motion. Next, second equation of motion. From the graph, the distance covered by the object during time is given by the area of quadrangle DOEB. Quadrangle means we know that triangle and rectangle is in the quadrangle. Already you can see from the graph, area of the quadrangle is equal to area of the rectangle plus area of the triangle. So S is equal to ut plus of AT square. This is the second equation of motion. Next, we learn about third equation of motion. Here we take it quadrangle as trapezium. From the graph, area of the trapezium is equal to half into sum of length of parallel side into distance between parallel sides. So V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. This is the third equation of motion. So first equation of motion, V is equal to U plus AT, and second equation of motion, S is equal to ut plus of AT square, and third equation of motion, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Next, let us learn about centrifugal acceleration. A body is said to be accelerated if the velocity of the body changes either in magnitude or in direction. For example, the motion of a stone in circular path with constant speed and continuous change of direction is an accelerated motion. In this case, there must be an acceleration acting along the string directed inwards, which makes the stone to move in circular path. This acceleration is known as centrifugal acceleration, and the force is known as centrifugal force. What is the difference between centrifugal force and centrifugal force? The body moving towards the center means centrifugal force, and the body moving away the center means centrifugal force.